I don't want to gloss over what's happened here in Alberta this week with TransAlta. Earlier this week, the Utilities Commission accused the company of driving up electricity prices.
This is a multifold problem for them. I mean, according to the report, not only were they gaming the prices and insider trading to benefit from their gaming of the prices, but they took production offline at super peak times that actually put the grid at risk. I mean, they could have triggered a system failure that could have, really had an impact on the lives of ordinary Albertans who couldn't get power at a time, of super demand. I mean, that's not just lining your pockets unfairly. That's putting the safety and the comfort of the province at risk. The other thing, of course, is that the people who got mostly, what is the polite word to say in a podcast, done over by this, weren't consumers like you and me. They were other companies. And, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago with companies not paying their income taxes. You do not create a business-friendly environment by letting a handful of oligarchs benefit at the expense of other business. I mean, if we want to grow Alberta's economy, you can't have a regulatory regime that picks out a couple of companies and gives them huge favors while other companies who are trying to operate their businesses. I mean, if you were buying power on the spot market at peak prices, you were the one getting hosed. I mean, your direct energy bill at home doesn't fluctuate that kind of way. But people who are buying on the spot market got done over by TransAlta in a big way. And that does not create a positive business environment. Yeah. But I think the other thing a lot of people want to know is, what's the penalty? Because I flipped to page 187 of the report to see, okay, what are they going to do to TransAlta? And there's this whole paragraph of gobbledygook about the process of the process, and the process is processing. And when they finish processing the process, that they'll say what kind of penalty, if anything, TransAlta will face. If there's no hazard for them financially or morally, then why would they change their business practices?
Yeah, the analogy that I think of when we talk about this is the securities regulators in this country. And, there's a long history in this country of securities infractions where the wrongdoer basically lined his or her pockets, and the penalty was like a pittance. It was a slap on the wrist. So it actually was an incentive to do wrong. Let's hope it doesn't come to that in this case. Let's hope that the penalty is hefty enough that it not only eradicates whatever profit they made off this, but they pay a multiple of that in penalties so that it's a clear disincentive to the rest of the market.